He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history.
It's the Vikings and the Cowboys.
And it's all up next.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. Two-time Pro Bowler.
He had the numbers of a game last week that you win. You talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Play 1 and Prescott to the air.
And that's complete to Sanders. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll pick a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers. The staff takes a look. We'll step aside.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And nothing but daylight ahead.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
No, Charles, this is the number 1 defense in the NFL, and they pulled their middle here, forcing the turnover in opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're number 1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, it's not the first first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. The numbers for Zeke from last week: 21 carries, 97 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
From the 24, Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because your quarterback's got to break up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing a second interception.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll get this down to the 10. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 10, first and goal. They'll drop to throw. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way. and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Prescott down. And he's got it. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there. It's 2nd down. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season? And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The time looked on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. first and 10. Prescott. And it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Prescott yet again. And that will be incomplete as well.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they're going to get this beyond the 40. It's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Back to throw now on first down. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Brandon, you know more about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Second and 4. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Now back to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range.
Prescott on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 42 yards.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Parkey with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And that flag accepted.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. He took quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had a strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is, when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Joseph now to have the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Yeah, this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Inside give to Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, it's Prescott. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Finally held down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That play going for 16 yards yards to start the drive. First down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. DeMarcus Lawrence, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. He'll drop to throw. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up his secondary all game long, and this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 70 yards. And the Cowboys are back within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now Parkey for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Vikings to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. In this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play of the football there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Here's Prescott. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So he couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Taken right around the 44. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You've got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Joseph on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
From the 31, Prescott. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many of that to run the 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott. And that's complete to Sanders. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st and 10, Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. The give is to Elliott. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had 1 week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. A second down throw for Prescott. Forced it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. He sent him back to have his game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Michael Gallup, touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A give to Cook out of the gun.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, Cook. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Dalvin Cook.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead. Another touchdown in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball. And sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side has gotten them to this late lead.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Prescott on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Husky. That's a word we use when we intercept the pass. Husky tells your team to rally around and block for it. And that worked really well last week because he had made it into the end zone. This week he got Bialski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And I have no idea what the top speed is, all those high-end sports cars, what's the top gear you can get into. This offense, they certainly were there in this one. Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas.